Welcome to the XU Worldwide Faculty Training Call for November 8th, 2014. It is a pleasure of mine to have two wonderful trainers, 500Ks, multi-millionaires, talk about, building through the holidays. And you know what, folks? We're going to be seeing a lot of family and friends through the holiday. And I just real quickly want to tell you one thing. Don't, discount your family. I talked bad about my sponsor for a lot of years, before I understood what was going on in this industry. So don't let go of them. Continue to share with them. Bring them in. Get them on with your upline team. And build through the holidays. So, Sandi, I think you're up this morning. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tom, for the introduction. And I'm going to try to talk East Coast fast because we've got a lot to cover. But you're absolutely right. The holiday time is really about connecting and reconnecting. And maybe it's because I'm in my senior years, but the truth is you don't have to be in your senior years to value good health. Ed just had a golf buddy's wife drop dead. No warning, 42 years old, a heart attack. And we all know cardiovascular disease is the number one killer. So I think when we have the attitude that we ourselves are committed to living longer with quality. I mean, that is the key, not just living longer and being tied to a jerry chair and being diapered and tube fed. So when you have the mindset that you are offering a gift, I mean, what is it worth if you could live longer with quality? It's priceless. So the holiday season is just such an appropriate time to have the right mindset to build strong through the holidays. And it doesn't matter what you celebrate. It's still a season where we truly wish people an abundant, joyous, prosperous new year. So how do we do this? In our profession in network marketing, it is typically now, for many people, the slowest time of our business year between, actually, as soon as Thanksgiving starts until the new year. And it's interesting. Last year, I made a commitment that I was going to work so hard in November and December. And I wasn't going to tolerate, well, it's the holiday, call me after the first of the year. For those that said that, I accepted it and said, that's okay, but can we make an appointment now for the first week in January so we can talk about what you want your next year to look like? And I set up appointments. And I had never done this before. And January last year, I personally sponsored over 10 people, some customers, some distributors. I mean, I've been in this industry for 21 years. I've never done that before. So now it's your turn to fully understand that you are not going into a mental Christmas breakdown during this season. And you're going to use the natural opportunities of interacting with people during this holiday season, because great success is available to you if you have the right mindset. And we faculty members are committed to help you with some ideas that you can implement. So you need to decide, who are you? It's all about what you believe and what you perceive. But about 90% of people in home-based businesses, like us, independent business owners, end up struggling through this time of year. And 10%, however, do lots of planning and make decisions, not only to keep things growing, but keep things to the point where they're going to have the most explosive first quarter of next year. So, it's all dependent on your efforts and what you're going to do to turn up your efforts and use technology. I mean, for some people on the call, you may not even know, basically anything more than sending an email or sending a text message. But with the online business tools that we've provided from agiftfromus.com/your name, this is the most abundant way to give the good gift of good health without vomiting on people, and just use the opinion approach. And we'll talk a little bit about the language that you're going to use and some of the ideas that might be working. But remember, they're very often thinking of past years, past holidays, maybe loved ones that are no longer with them. They're thinking about what they're going to cook and what they're going to eat, and thinking about parents that are no longer here. So it's our responsibility to get them to talk about where they are. Because remember, it's all about effective communication. Our responsibility is to serve others. We're looking for people who are looking to change things. What does our esteemed Ray Herron always say? We are looking for people who are looking for shortcuts to better health and shortcuts to better finances and a better upcoming new year. I mean, I have a friend that has over $1 million in the bank. $1 million in the bank. Now, I'm going to ask you, you'd think this person was pretty comfortable, right? But what you have to realize is that $1 million in the bank, with the way the economy is today, the interest on that money is less than $300 a month. You could do that as a 1K or a 5K. So our responsibility is to talk to people about where they are, where they've been, and where they want to be by asking the right questions. Now, everybody's out shopping. Oh, my goodness, absolutely. So even if you are not personally spending money at the malls, guess what? You're probably standing beside somebody who is. So it's so easy to start a conversation just by making eye contact and putting on a huge, warm, sincere smile. It's a great way for us to meet people while we're out and about. Bookstores, toy stores. I mean, the list is endless. There's lots of holiday fairs, little church things and trade shows and craft shows, and you just, and most of them are free to go to, but and you go armed with your tools. What are your tools? You never, ever, ever leave the house without your gift samples. And you have a variety of packages. So when I make up my packages, I have Just Limitless. Then but I put XANGO juice singles in every single one, because as far as I'm concerned, that's the most important botanical anybody can take. So I'll do 3 Limitless with a XANGO single. Then I'll have a Pro Pack with a XANGO single. Then I'll have a pack for somebody who's really worthy with some of everything in it. But I warn people up front, and I got this from my dearest friend, Richard O'Brien, who always has words of wisdom coming out of his mouth. And he says, now, just understand, this particular sleeve, purple, that's ageless, has a very unique ingredient called shilajit or shilajit, and most people have never heard of it. Those that do immediately say, oh, my God, that is the most amazing botanical, but boy, is it nasty. And I say, well, you know what? Some people love the taste, some hate the taste, and some tolerate the taste. For me, I tolerate the taste. But Eddie mixes it for me with 2 ounces of XANGO juice. He puts in a reload, and he puts in 2 Ignite. More is better. He's a pharmacist. More is better. And now I have no problem resisting taking my Ageless at night. But before you give that sample, make sure you get their information, not just their phone number, not just their email address, but a commitment when they're going to find the time to go to your website, because you really want their opinion. You are not trying to sell them anything. You're going to want to know what they thought of Dr. Templeman explaining the products, and set a time, a definitive time, not, well, can I call you next week? No. You say, I know this is a pretty hectic week for me. Would next Tuesday or Wednesday work better for you for us to connect? And then set up the firm time, because you're really sincerely wanting to know what they thought. And while you're shopping, think about how many of the salespeople that you're talking to are there just to make some extra money for the holidays. And you might say to them, how has business been? Is it as crazy? Did you do this last year? Do you find it busier than last year or less than last year? Do you sometimes get just so tired standing on your feet? And is this something that you really want to do or have to do? And, you are so good with your customer service skills. I've got something I'd love to share with you, but now's not the appropriate time. Can we share some information and let's connect when you've got a day off? Would that be okay? And make sure you've got your business cards. And Colli, you'll be talking about, maybe not on this call, but maybe on the next call, about some just incredible business cards that we're offering through XANGO University that you're going to be able to actually customize yourself. I've never seen anything like this, but really, really excited about what's coming with our business card. So always have your radar on, but always be prepared. And I had this happen to me 2 days ago. We were at an auto body shop because my BMW somehow just suddenly overheated, and Eddie had to pull into a place, and I asked the magical question. In fact, Richard was on the phone talking to me while I was talking to the guy through the window, and he was really very nice. He was tolerant of me being upset because Jiffy Lube just did an oil change that was supposed to be, $30. It ended up $150 with all the other stuff they had to do. And the very next day, the car was overheating, and of course I blamed him, and he laughed about that. But anyway, I said, in the end, let me ask you this, Steve, do you or anyone you know drink energy drinks? And he goes, oh my God, I live on them. So one thing led to another, and he said, well, do you have a sample? And my answer typically is, does the bear have hair? Now what was interesting, I changed pocketbooks. I was wearing an outfit, and I wanted to change to my red bag, and I was running late, and I had no samples in my bag. I was horrified. I couldn't believe it. I said, I can't believe it. I don't have it. I said, Steve, I promise you, Ed will run by tomorrow and drop off samples. But you first have to go to the website. And he called me that night and said, I've been to the website. My wife has severe arthritis. She's only 52. How do we get some of these products? So the point is, never, ever, ever be unprepared, because according to the National Product Sampling Council, 92% of people surveyed said they were more likely to purchase a product they had sampled. And very often I'll use this little wording, and I've been tweaking it, and I'd say, let me ask you this, Steve. If you're like me, I hesitate, and I use inflection in my voice. I say, I put a huge priority on staying healthy and living longer with quality. Do you also agree with me? I mean, that opens the door to how in the world are they going to say, I'm not interested in looking, or I'm not open to looking at your stuff when you're talking about living longer with quality. Now, because your average distributor is not building hard through December, you're on this call. I'm going to make the assumption you are not average. If you were average, you'd be bowling or you'd be sleeping in, but you're not average. You're on a call. So what you have to realize, it takes time to build up your prospecting pipeline or your prospecting funnel. So the average distributor, which you are not, isn't going to do anything, and they're going to start in January. So they're already way behind because it's going to be February or March until they start filling their pipeline. So they've lost the whole New Year explosion with New Year's resolutions. So what are the two biggest New Year's resolutions? Make more money and lose weight. You think we have the ability to do that? So don't ever stop talking to people and asking the right questions, and attend every holiday party, everything that you possibly can that's starting probably the first week in December. It's a wonderful way to have conversations with people. Make sure you have your business cards available, and of course you're going to have your sample packs in your bag, but you're not going to be blatant about it. If they're expressing an interest during the conversation about better health, or I'm so tired, I have no energy, or they're talking about their finances, you say, you know, I'm involved with some just incredible products that I'd love to share with you. You know what, let me check my car. Let me check my bag. I'm not sure I have any samples with me, but oh my goodness, oh, you are so lucky. I do, I have, oh, I'm so excited. I can give this to you right now. You know, sort of become an actor or an actress in playing like you're shocked that you have one with you. So this is absolutely the best time of year to sample your products. So what else do I want to cover? It's definitely not attacking the family because, I mean, you heard Tom say it, you know, very often, too often, when people go to an event with people they know, they just start talking about their business and they vomit all over people. And it's hard to hold back because you're excited, but you have to hold back. You have to resist the temptation of opening up and talking about anything. And if people say to you, because you've been on the product for at least maybe 3 months, 6 months, a year, and people, because I'm getting this all the time, we went to a fashion show luncheon by Neiman Marcus at the club a couple of weeks ago, and somebody came up to me, and two of my friends were with me, and they overheard it, and this woman comes up and shouts, Sandi, oh my God, you're looking incredible. I mean, now she hadn't seen me probably in about 8 months or more, and I didn't know what to say, and I shouted back, thank you for the compliment. If you want to know my secret, call me. And that's all I said, and I got in the car and left. So you don't want to attack people. You don't want to bring your business up. You want to start asking them questions about how this year has been, and sincerely, you want to know, what would they change if it could be changed? That's your question. How would you like to see 2015 different? So you're stoking the fire. You're asking questions. And if you could describe this year, 2014, in 1 or 2 words, what would it be? Was it fabulous? Was it horrific? Was it a nightmare? You need to find out those key questions. And you must leverage technology. You know, I guess it's now maybe 18 years ago when I heard an audio tape, and the guy said, if you do not use technology, those who do will leave you in the dust. And I've been taking a lot of free webinars lately on social media and how to run ads online. And let me tell you, I thought I was on top of things, and I got a lot to learn. So I'm committed to getting good at this so I can shortcut your success. And really that's what the university is all about. But if anybody can point and click, you can copy and paste, and you can forward videos. You can forward content. So we want to teach you how to use technology correctly. The word is correctly. And I don't know when Colli is going to talk about it, but I'm going to pinch her soon because we got something very, very exciting coming January 1 that will blow you away with technology, but I'm not supposed to be talking about it yet, but I can't help it because it's so exciting. So the bottom floor is your wording, your language. I do some personal coaching with a couple of the leaders, and it was interesting on our call on Thursday, and I'm not going to mention their name, but they're just incredible, incredible leaders. And she was having difficulty holding people to the three-way appointment. And that's very, very common with a lot of conversations, that we just tweaked a couple words, and it helped. I mean, it was like amazing. You'd think, how can just tweaking a couple words make a difference? So here's wording that I use. Are you open to exploring possibilities? I mean, I use that constantly. The other one is, would it be okay if I sent you some information because I would love your opinion? Would it be okay if you check this out? When you use those words, would it be okay if? I've never had anybody say no. Would you be open to exploring a ground floor business that had no risk? Absolutely none. And if you're coachable and mentored by millionaires with a proven system already in place, and if you treat it like a real business, your success could be almost guaranteed. I've never heard anybody say, no, I'm not open to at least looking at the information. So, become a student, because your skills are very different as a no-K. They're different as a 1K. Your skills are improved as a 5K. Your skills are improved as a 20K. So if you are not growing both personally and professionally, it's directly proportionate to your skills. So if you say, oh my, I can't seem to get anybody on a three-way and I have nobody to talk to, well, do you have a different product line, a different comp plan than those who are sponsoring 3 in a month or more and taking advantage of the new holiday promotions, the holiday to hundreds? So you got to say to yourself, because this is what I said to myself over almost 2 decades ago. What are successful people doing and saying that I need to learn how to do and say? So if you're not willing to work on yourself, if you're not willing to take the trainings, if you're not willing to be a part of the book club, if you're not willing to be on my calls once a month on unlocking your millionaire mindset, then why are you wondering why you're not successful? This is, I remember when I started my medical and surgical supply business, I didn't know the difference between a breast prosthesis and a hospital bed. I had to learn. I had to take classes. I had to become certified. It took me several years to get where I needed to be, but it was a constant learning curve. So here we are, literally days, hours before Thanksgiving. And XANGO and Zalo and A Gift From Us is in momentum. We're busy preparing for the holidays with all the hustle and bustle of the season. But now is the time to have an action plan in writing, absolutely in writing, with a commitment of how many new conversations you are going to have every single day. And we're all in overload. We all are in overload. We're all time-starved. So how are you going to get this done? Because you've got to look at your goals, and you've got to adjust them and incorporate what we do into every part of your life. Have your sample bags with you, and don't leave the house naked. In other words, you cannot come home at night and put your head on the pillow without having at least maybe 3 or 4 conversations. And out of those conversations, you may only decide to give out 1 or 2 gorgeous, elegant packages, and get into conversations, what do you do full time? How long have you done it? All the questions that you're going to be, learning if you have not already learned how to do them. But what is really huge that you must understand, in your back office at XANGO University, I want a commitment that in the next 2 days you will look at every single Sandi Botkin who is a certified public accountant. He's a tax attorney who trains other tax attorneys, and he's a former auditor of the IRS. I want you to look at every one of those videos. I want you to get into the habit of forwarding those videos, not just to your potential partners, but even to potential customers who will then understand that working a part-time business only maybe 5 to 7 hours a week with intention to profit, they put back in their pocket thousands of dollars a year in legitimate legal tax deductions. So promise me you will do that. If you haven't set up your tax file, absolutely get an accordion folder. They're probably $2 at Walmart, and start putting in your receipts, because if you have not yet started a home-based business, you're talking to potential partners, as long as they join you before the end of this year, they can write off the entire year, a portion of their mortgage, a portion of their rent, a portion of their vehicle use. And they can even set aside income tax-free for their kids, because they've started a home-based business before the year ends. So when you're talking to people, you can say, how would you like to save anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 this year on your taxes that you'll have to pay next year? So make sure you bought at least 1 bold pack, maybe 2, because you have 200 samples, and do the math. If you commit to giving out 3 packages a day, and think about stocking stuffers. You're done your shopping. You do not have to go to the mall to shop. You're going to shop from your back office in XANGO.com, and you're going to make up maybe 100 packages. And this one's for Mary because she's 50 years old, and this one is for Billy Bob because he's 20 years old. You're going to have packages for everyone. And even maybe some people are worthy of a bottle of XANGO juice. Oh, my. Absolutely. I remember in the early days, we didn't have these little tiny samples that were less than $2 a piece. We were giving away $40 bottle of juice. So we're also going to be we're in the process of a beautiful gift card that you can include in your packaging. So that's really my message today. Nothing is more important than keeping our body in the best of health. It's our responsibility, and it's our responsibility to be ageless advocates and empower that information to others as well, so we can remain strong and mentally clear as we age. So what do we provide? We are not just independent business owners and represent XANGO. We are so much more than that. We provide good health, prosperity, success, and most importantly, living a life as it should be. So thank you for letting me share. Colli, I'm going to turn it back over to you, or you take it back, because I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with the screen sharing.
All right, well, fantastic. Thank you, Sandi. While I'm taking the screen back, I'm going to call on somebody to share just a couple of ideas. I was going to wait till after, but it takes a moment to do that. So while I'm doing that, Marlene, are you on the speaker line with us?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Thank you so much for being on. I know you're so busy, but thank you. And let's hear some of your wonderful holiday building ideas.
Well, Sandi, what a great job. And I love this because I love the fact that, Ron and I used to always talk about these 2 months. And, boy, what a great training today, Sandi, what you said about getting set up for January. And I love the part about, asking the questions. And one thing that we always found, what I really remember, when we used to have our get-togethers for our XANGO teams, and that, we had open houses, and we would encourage them to bring their friends to our home. And we didn't throw up on people, but maybe we served a XANGO punch, and it went over very well. But more importantly, in our restrooms or in the bathrooms and on our kitchen counters, we had, the Junie products. We had the hand moisturizer in the restroom, so people, when they went in, they could see the Junie products. And, they're thinking as they're using these products. We may have had a bottle of juice sitting on the counter, but our evenings or our get-togethers were really just to network with friends. And I'll tell you what, more people went home and that were guests went home and followed up with their friends that brought them to these gatherings because they said, we really enjoyed being around these nice people. What do you do? Because, see, it wasn't a business presentation. It wasn't a product presentation. It was just being together with friends. And from those gatherings that Sandi and you have talked about, these people then were ready to get started in January after all this hustle and bustle. But, when you're having people over, even your friends and family, be proud of our products and use them, have them out there for people to sample. So that's just a tip. I do have to run, Colli. I'm so glad I was able just to share a few moments with you.
Thank you so much, Marlene. I so appreciate that. And by the way, this is part 1 of a part 2, Building Through the Holidays training. The next one is in 3 weeks, and I'll let Tom tell you about that at the end. But we're going to have lots of great leaders on sharing, so we are going to ask all of you in XANGO Nation who is listening to this, if you've got any ideas, tips, anything, photos, images, just send them to us. Send them to faculty@xuworldwide.com and let us put them on the site because I'm going to show you a resource center where we are going to be building these amazing holiday ideas and stuff. So now we're going to turn the tables just a little bit, and I'm going to give a quick little presentation. This is my Building Strong Through the Holidays presentation. Normally, I am totally in sync with everything that Sandi has talked about, and even Marlene is holidays are sometimes people aren't in the business mode. And so it's generally the time to just connect and be social and give gifts and make those appointments to follow up in the new year. However, XANGO has gone all in for us and has put some amazing promotions out there for us, and we are going to take advantage of them because this is actually the very best time of the year to build if you consider what Sandi mentioned. She said, 2014, if you just sign up in this business and you engage and you pull that trigger before the end of the year, you can enjoy the tax benefits for the entire year. So for me, and with these promotions, I'm not waiting until January to follow up. I'm going to tell people as I give them out and say, I know that you probably, this isn't the time to think about actually launching a business, but I definitely want to give you enough information so that you can get involved in the business now so that you can enjoy these tax benefits because it could save you thousands of dollars come April 15th. So I am going to do all of these things and present enough information to at least get them involved before the end of this year. So let's just talk about some of these holiday promotions. All right. The first one, first of all, before I get into that, think about this. We can all enjoy the holidays and just take off and say, I'll start working again the first of the year. Or we could spend this time and turn our lives around financially. See, there's a lot of events that we're going to be involved in. We're going to, starting with Thanksgiving at the end of this month and going through all kinds of amazing things at church, at school. There's going to be parties. There's going to be all kinds of fun things that are going to be sponsored all over in the malls. There's going to be craft fairs and all kinds of things as people are focused on this holiday gift giving. You can actually get a booth at some of these fairs. You can probably check out what's going on in your community now and get yourself a booth. What a wonderful way to, and have some of these holiday gift bags. You can bless people that you care about with a personal note, life-changing health information, giving them health products. Traveling? Are you going to travel for the holidays? Are you going to go skiing? Why not make it a tax-deductible trip? You can do that if you're in the XANGO business before the end of the year. Think about the people you know that are going to be traveling. How about ask them if they'd like to deduct that trip that they're going to be taking? What about all these holiday expenses and gift giving? How much do you usually budget on your gift giving? How would you like all of your holiday gifts to be tax deductible? New car expenses, tax deduction. Convert your credit card interest to business expense. And, of course, you always want to include information on your products in your cards that you're going to be sending out. So this is actually the very best time of the year to sponsor new distributors. Now, there's a lot of reasons why. First of all, December, of course, twice a year we have our property taxes that are due. And so those are coming in the mail. They're going to be due in December. It makes us start thinking about taxes. It's the last chance for tax write-offs for 2014. Time awareness. Another year has gone by. Financial awareness. With all the expense of the holiday season, people are really thinking about money right now. And, of course, right around the corner after the holidays, the New Year's resolutions. And the top 2 New Year's resolutions are more money, better health. People want to do something about their finances, and they want to take charge of their health. So this is the very, very best time of the year to build. And we're going to talk about some of the promotions that are going to make it even easier for you. So first of all, Simply Rush. The Simply Rush promotion, XANGO is actually giving us all the way through Rush. So Rush in Las Vegas in September of 2015, we're building for it now. Who doesn't want to go to Vegas? And with all the fun stuff they're doing, I would plan the entire week there because there's all kinds of things that you could win, opportunities for special shows and events that are taking place prior to the convention. There's actually the Go Premier event is going to be taking place prior to the convention that you could qualify for if you just become and promote to a new 5K or 20K between now and then. But they're giving us these convention tickets, which right now distributors' price is $99, and it'll go up as we get closer to convention. But as distributors, we can get our tickets to convention for $99, but a brand new distributor in their first 60 days of enrollment can get it for just $20. Now that's going to be from now until convention, but this Rush promotion, Simply Rush, from now until the end of the year, if you sponsor a new distributor or customer who purchases a XANGO Rush ticket and at least 100 points worth of products, then you can actually, they'll waive the distributorship fee. They'll waive the customer fee, but probably the customer is not going to sign up for a convention, but the distributor. So think about that. A distributor signing up, 100-point order, $20 ticket to Rush, $35 distributorship fee waived, plus both the sponsor and the new distributor are going to get an entry into the XANGO Rush drawing for the new Mercedes CLA. Every new person that you sponsor between now and the end of the year, you're going to get another drawing, another entry into the drawing, another entry into the drawing. Every person that you sponsor, they're getting in a $20 Rush ticket, waiving the $35 fee, and they're getting in to the drawing. And then as if you encourage them to duplicate this and get some people in before the end of the year as well, they can earn another entry into the drawing and another one and another one. This is pretty exciting. Plus, every single month they're drawing 2 participants. They win a 2-night XANGO Rush hotel package, so you could win that. Plus, Every month, the top Rush sponsor will earn a VIP Vegas experience, including 2 nights hotel, 2 tickets to a Vegas show. This is pretty incredible. I wouldn't be waiting till the first of the year. I want as many entries into this drawing for that Mercedes CLA as I can, and most importantly, I want my new distributors, the distributor I'm going to sponsor tomorrow or next week, to get as many entries as they can into the drawing for the CLA. This is going to be exciting. So what else? Holiday Hundreds. XANGO has a special promotion right now, and this promotion, by the way, is in U.S., Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Europe, and South Africa. So I see a lot of you on the line today, and these are for you. So your Holiday Hundreds, every 3 people that you personally sponsor with at least a 100-point order between now and the end of the year, XANGO's not only going to pay you on that. If it's a customer, it's 15%. If it's a brand new distributor first order, it's 25%. But in addition to that, every 3 people that you sponsor with a 100-point order between now and the end of the year, you're going to earn an extra $100. Now this is pretty exciting, and they'll do that up to 5 times. That's up to $500 in extra holiday bonuses that you could earn in addition to. Now, here's a couple of great 100-point packs. Limitless, 4 boxes of Limitless. That starter pack comes with the cool little water bottle. It's $120. It pays $25 fast start if this is a new distributor purchasing this. The Zalo Pro 100 pack, $130, pays $25 for the power start. And of course, entries into the drawings. Let's talk about a XANGO triplication sensation for a moment. This is something that Gordon started a couple of months ago. It's pretty exciting. All you have to do is sponsor 3 new distributors in 1 calendar month. What are you going to get? If you do that, you're going to get this really cool triplication pin. It's pretty awesome. There's a picture of the founders with all showing you the pin. So not only are you going to get the pin, what else are you going to get? You're going to get an extra $100. For every 3 people that you personally sponsor, you get the pin and the extra $100 as long as they're coming in on the 100-point order. Now here's something else really cool. So XANGO did this. Gordon, again, likes to give away money. He offered the first person who actually sponsored 3 people and got them to 1K that he was going to give this, I think it was $3,000, and he awarded that in Long Beach. Not only he's extending this again, but now it's the next 10 people. The next 10 people who are at a rank 20K or below, so this is not for the big guns. This is for you. This is for the brand new distributor, for the 1Ks, for the 5Ks, and for the 20Ks. Build 3 new personally sponsored 1Ks during November or December. It's going to be the first 10s, so if there's still slots to fill in December, then it'll go all the way through until the first 10 people hit this. Folks, I want you to know this is something any one of you could do if you just make a decision to do it. And while you're building those 3 1Ks, what are you doing? You're getting the Holiday Hundreds too, and you're getting triplication pins, which is kind of cool, and you're getting drawings into the convention for the Mercedes. And if you're helping them get to 1K, you're helping them get Holiday Hundreds, and them get triplication pins, and them get into more entries into the drawing. This is an amazing program, everything that XANGO's doing. And guess what else? The Bold Partnership Program that was due to expire in 2 weeks. It was a limited time offer. It has been extended through the new year. It's been extended through January 4th. Now, the Bold Partnership Pack, this is really exciting because this is our pack. This is the pack that we need to purchase for our holiday gift giving. It comes with 200 samples of Ageless, Limitless, Ignite, Reload, and the Juice. The perfect pack to get to create wonderful holiday gift bags for a holiday gift giving. Now this pack is a U.S. market only. However, there are packs available in all the other markets. But this particular one I'm talking about with this bonus, where XANGO's kicking in an extra 15%, giving us a $120 power start. This has been extended through the new year. However, this does not count towards the holiday 100, so we're not going to be able to double dip on the extra money from XANGO. But this is what's great, right? When I encourage somebody to come in, I talk about the pack, but not everybody can do the pack. So then I've always said, here's the pack, and by the way, you can purchase up to 3. So I do teach a good, better, best. The best is coming in with 3, in my opinion, because that's 600 samples. That's a lot of gift bags that you can put together and a lot of opinions you can get. And if you make a commitment to hand out that many, you can really get off to a heck of a XANGO start in your first 30 days using the opinion approach. But with that said, those serious business people will come in with the pack, and some with 2 and some with 3, but the masses, they don't want to do that. They 100 points what they want, and that's when I show them the Limitless or the Pro line. I think the Pro line, I have a lot of people coming in with the Pro line right now, and that's 100 point that counts towards the holiday hundreds. So it doesn't matter if they come in with the pack, $120. If they come in with the Pro line or a Limitless pack, for every 3 of those you do, an extra 100 on top of. Think about it. 3 people who came in with the Pro line pack, $25 each, that's $75, plus the extra 100 makes it actually $170, $175 they're going to pay you when you sponsor 3 people who each come in with the 100-point pack. That's amazing. There's a lot of extra money that we could be making right now during the holiday season. And, of course, then we're going to plug everybody into XANGO University. We still have our $15 monthly special going on till the end of the year. And Sandi alluded to some big things happening at the first of the year. That's when Phase 2 is complete, and we have our full, robust back office and contact manager, and with the ability to send out all kinds of additional media and information on the business and the opportunity and track, and that's going to be great. And at that point in time, our full normal university prices will be in effect, but from now till the end of the year, it's still just $15 a month for the monthly tuition, and you can sign up at xuworldwide.com. And then you get, as a gift from the university, a gift from us. You get your own a giftfromus.com marketing site. It'll be a giftfromus.com/your name, whatever you choose. And then you have, and if you can get that and put that on your business cards, on your holiday cards, on your labels, in these gifts, and let people know that as they can try these samples, they can get the information about these products from your giftfromus.com website. Now, in the university, of course, we have the e-store. And in the e-store, you can buy everything that you need to put these packs together. Those little clear gift bags are less than $6 for 100 of them, and you can make those nice little gift bags. The brochures, it's less than $16 for 100. Now, these are member prices. Of course, the non-member prices are at the bottom. These particular products are 50% off for XANGO University members. So you're going to purchase your packs. You're going to purchase your products from XANGO. You're going to purchase and you're going to put them together and put together little gift bags. So we have these different gift bags. I just threw up here as some examples. Limitless, or a Pro-Line pack with 2 each of the Pro-Line products, or an anti-aging pack with the Ageless and the Juice, or a business pack with all of the above. And just to give you an idea of what those types of things would cost is if you did a Pro-Line pack with 2 each of the Pro products, it costs about $10. If you did a Limitless pack with 5 Limitless in it, it costs about $8. An anti-aging pack with 3 Juice and 3 Ageless would be about $16. A business pack with 2 each of the Pro products, Juice and Ageless, about $20. And, of course, a bottle of XANGO juice for those people that you spend a little bit more money on. That's always been something I've always done. And I've gone down to like Big Lots or places like that, and you can buy wine bottles, wine boxes, for wine, for just really inexpensive, and put the XANGO bottle into that beautiful little wine bag or wine box or something with this information. So, and you can also, of course, all the products make wonderful gifts. So it depends on your budget for the person. I just recently gave as a gift to a friend who, it was her 21st birthday, and so I gave her a Glimpse Complete system. It was just a special birthday, and the next thing you know, she's got 2 new distributors because Her mother tried the product and loved it, and of course now the mother is a new customer of hers and also the sister. So whatever your budget is, there are Junie products, there are wonderful products within XANGO that could help you give a perfect gift to the perfect person. So you're not just giving a gift of health, but also wealth, but also 2014 tax savings. These are the perfect gifts for people that you know who work out or play a sport or need more energy or is over 40 or concerned about aging or wants to make more money or wants to save money on taxes. And then, of course, who do they know? Who do they know? Because give your gifts early. Once you give them, they try it. They like it. You sit down and say, you know what, I know that this is the holidays and it's kind of crazy and busy. However, do you know that by owning a home-based business, the average person can save $3,000 to $5,000 a year on their taxes? And I'd really love to give that gift to you. So if you'd like, we do meetings twice a week. We do one open public meeting where we invite everyone to come, and then we do a private meeting just on Sunday nights, and it's just for those people in kind of that focus group, the new people that just came to the meeting during the week who want to come back and bring somebody else. And so it's really just for the new guests to bring back people that they know as well. You know, and it doesn't take long. We have some fun. The whole presentation is under an hour, is meet, greet, eat, present, and hang out and talk. And sometimes we've had people hang out till midnight or later because they're so excited about this opportunity. And it's all done with fun. Isn't that what we do during the holidays? We go hang out with people that we like, and we have some fun. So do a holiday fun thing, but throw the XANGO opportunity in there and just let them know this is an opportunity for you to get involved in a home-based business before the end of the year so that you can enjoy the tax benefits and save thousands of dollars come April 15th. That's the best gift I can imagine giving to anyone. So some more ideas. Get a booth at one of the craft fairs are going on. Give gift baskets to people. When you're out shopping for other types of holiday gifts, talk to everyone that you come in contact with. And again, you give quick info, email, phone, follow-up. Invite friends and family to holiday parties. Again, gift bags, gift bags, gift bags. The perfect thing, have yourself a holiday party. Even if you don't talk about the opportunity, have the little gift bags for everybody who comes. Family, friends, neighbors. What about your holiday cards? You know, when people send out holiday cards, it's usually a little update. Here's what's gone on for me in the last year. Make this a compelling holiday card. Give all your personal update, how many new kids or grandkids or trips that you went on or kids that have graduated or whatever, and give a little compelling update on your XANGO business. If you're brand new, I just started a new business I'm so excited about. I'm just giving you enclosed as some a gift of whatever it is that you're giving them, and tell them to follow up. But if you've been in for a while, then you tell them about how exciting it is right now in your XANGO business because this new division they launched, Zalo, and these new products that they just launched, this bold compensation plan and all the promotions that they're doing, that it's so exciting that the business is really, really, really creating a whole new momentum wave that is bringing in a whole new generation of people. Talk about MB30 if you're sending it to young people. Talk about ageless when you're sending it to older people. Focus on whatever your card is and who you're giving it to. Put some little hot button in there about what you think might excite them. There's a lot of things that we can do. How big are your dreams? Giving the gift of health, wealth, and tax savings, building volume and momentum for your business, setting the pace and example for your entire team. Your team does what you do. They don't do what you say, but they'll do what you do. I want everybody to be active on Facebook and whatever social media that you use. Texting, be visually out there. Let them see how excited you are right now about XANGO and about the holiday promotions that are taking place right now, and they'll jump on board too. Make the most out of these promotions. Lots of extra holiday bonuses here available, and then set yourself up for a prosperous new year, because what you do over the next 2 months, you could do a lot over the next 2 months, but whatever you do, imagine that's the base you're starting with for 2015. So how big can you think? How great do you want to be? Life is too short for settle for less. I encourage everybody to take advantage of all of these holiday promotions. Build through the holiday season. It's never going to be easier than it is over the next 8 weeks, and I hope to see a lot of your names up for the recognition for winning these holiday hundreds and the triplications and earning the grand 1,000 and next year we'll see who wins the Mercedes. The more tickets and more entries that you get, and the members of your team, wouldn't that be exciting? It would be very exciting to win the Mercedes. It would be even more exciting for one of the members of your team to win that Mercedes, and know that you helped them do that. So with that, let me just turn. Actually, I'm going to show you something that I just created on the university, a page with the resources to all this. But before I do that, Richard, I would just love for you to jump in, please, and tell us how excited you are about the opportunity that we have ahead of us for the next 8 weeks. Assuming you're on the speaker line. Maybe you're not, or that you're unmuted.
Colli, did you say me?
I did. Could you share with us for a few minutes, and then I'm going to show them what I did on the university.
Sure. You know, folks, I go through Christmas and the holidays just like everybody else, and I have had a tendency to throw up on people. In other words, tell them everything they didn't want to know and hear at the holidays. So I've learned, you know, I've taken my best Carnegie that I've learned from Carnegie, and I listen to people. Every one of your relatives wants a better life. Every one of your relatives and friends are worried about their jobs and the economy and how much they spend at the holiday season. So I've learned to shut up and just take notes on people, and instead of drinking my Limitless and Ignite and things like that away from people, I learned to start mixing it in front of people. And every one of them will ask, "What's that?" And I'll say, "Oh, it's just and I'll tell them what it is. And they'll say, "Well, I need that," or "I buy that," or "I buy something like that." And then it gets me into a conversation with people. So I don't try to convince them to do something I'm doing. I let them, I call it the cool hand Luke approach, I let them talk to me about what they need instead of what I think they need. And I think that's key because, like Sandi and Colli have said, who wouldn't want tax savings? Who wouldn't want to go to Las Vegas? Carol does a newsletter or a Christmas letter with her cards every year. And she'll send out, "Oh, we were in Long Beach at a conference on this and that," and people will say, "Well, boy, I'd love to go to Long Beach," or "I'd love to go on a cruise," or "I'd love to do this." And when they ask us, "Oh, great," and it's great when you can write it off. They're flabbergasted. You see, we all think they know what we do. I promise you, none of your relatives know what you do, even though you've shown them what you do. They don't understand it. And I know how many times I said no. 4 times. The 5th time when Armando called me, I got in just to shut him up. So a lot of times we do something with a closed mind. I think we've got the greatest business in the world. If every one of us would take a sheet of paper and write down on one side of the paper why we're doing this business, and on the other side say why we shouldn't do this business, the right side of your paper will be awfully small. So if you think about that, you're smarter than, I shouldn't say smarter, it's not the right word. You're more intelligent about what you're doing than your neighbor or your relative or your friend. They think they know what you're doing, but they don't. So God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. If you learn to listen to people, they'll tell you every problem they've got. If you learn to ask questions, they'll all tell you Fred is having problems with his job. I'm really nervous about his job going away because they're outsourcing or they're doing this or they're doing that. People will tell you everything you want to hear. And if you use that, especially after the holidays, and call and say, "Hey, Beatrice, you know, you were telling me about Fred, and boy, I love Fred. He's got such a great personality, and you've got You guys have so much talent. I'd like to send you something to look at. If you haven't given them a sample, or if you haven't done A, B, or C, you know, we all know what we're supposed to do. But your list should just grow during the holidays because everybody's joyous. Everybody wants to talk, and everybody likes to talk about themselves. So that's what I do during the holidays, Colli. I try to listen to everybody and see where they're going. And everyone's nervous about after the holidays paying the bills. And if you just throw a little gas on that fire, they'll tell you everything you want to know. And that's what I try to do. But I love the holidays because you're going to see people you haven't seen in 6 months or 9 months or a year, and everyone wants to know what you're doing. Everyone. So it gives you that 2 or 3 minutes to tell them what you're doing. So that's what I do, Colli. And I'll give it back to you, dear. Great job.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for participating here. I'm showing the university now because I want to show everybody a little tab that we've created, and this is going to be on the menu through the end of the year, and that's the XANGO holidays. So whether you're logged in or not logged in, this tab is available to everybody on the menu, the top menu at xuworldwide.com. And if you click on XANGO holidays, you'll see just a little bit of information that we talked about, why it's the best time of the year to build, how big, and then there's the Resource Center. So you go to the Resource Center, you can click on it through that link, or of course there's the drop down as well. In the Resource Center right now, here's what I have in the Resource Center. I have today's PowerPoint from Sandi and from me, as well as a holiday letter that Sandi wrote, which is a really great letter that could help you as a basis to the letters that you're going to create and write. And what you're going to see added to this is a whole lot more stuff from people that are sending in, from our leaders, as this will continue to grow and continue to grow. All the holiday promotions of XANGO will also be on here. They're being built and put on here. So it'll be a one-stop resource center where you can go to share whatever it is that you want to share or learn what you want to learn. We would like to ask all of you to share with us. Please send us your ideas. And in 3 weeks, when we do this again, we won't have to go through the whole training part. It'll just be a sharing of ideas, because in 3 weeks, this will be the time that we're going to really go into that gift-giving portion of it. So for now, I would focus on everybody you know before that crazy holiday season starts, and tell them, look, it's just really important that you understand or know what I'm involved in, because it could really, really save you a lot of money on taxes, not to mention these amazing products are incredible. And they've got some promotions going on where there's a lot of money to be made between now and the end of the year. That would be my strong focus for between now and then, and that would be, I would encourage you to plug into everything going on in your community and get actively involved in all of that, so that you can be meeting people at whatever it is that your community is going to be doing between now and then for the holiday season. And then in 3 weeks, on the 29th, that'll be Thanksgiving weekend actually, we will share a lot of ideas for you. And that'll the more ideas you help send in, the more ideas we have to share with everybody. So with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Tom to tell us about the next faculty workshops coming up and close us up for the day.
Holy cow. Thank you, Colli and Sandi. I'll tell you what, I can't wait for this presentation to be posted, and I want to get it up in a real visible spot, because I have a lot of people that aren't on this call, and I want to get this presentation out, this training, to so many others. You know, invite people over. Sit down, listen to this call, go through the slides, talk about how you can be effective through the holidays. They've already laid it all out in the slides already, but I can see, you know, myself gathering a group here in my home, going through this presentation. I want to encourage you, because you're all leaders, like Sandi said. If you're here, you're a leader on a Saturday morning, and we want you to grab your people, get them together. Don't wait days and days. Do it quickly, because before you know it, it'll be Thanksgiving and Christmas holidays and then the end of the year. So grab your people quick in the next day or two, set up a meeting, go over this presentation and these slides, and colleagues, Sandi, thank you so much for getting that holiday tab up. They can access it that way too. Next Saturday, we've got Dr. Judy Leitz. I've had a chat with her. What a wonderful woman to speak with over the phone earlier this week. She's excited to do a presentation, and I've asked her to do a presentation on, keeping a health journal. She, talks wonderfully about all the products that XANGO has, and, one of the things we talked about, most people, it's in our nature. We forget about the benefits that we've seen over, 6 months, a year, 2 years, and sadly, people drop off. But if we can teach people to journal the benefits that they're seeing in their bodies, in their friends, in their family, what a resource for them to look back on and continue with all of XANGO's products. So, and then 2 weeks from today, we have Charlie Zag, and I'll be sharing what he's doing next week. And then, of course, right after Thanksgiving, we've got Colli coming back on with that part 2 of Help Stamp Out Red Christmas. So be aware, we've got, of course, our Sunday and Wednesday bold sizzle calls. And, of course, Monday night, we've got Carol Ferrier and the XU Worldwide Book Club, 7 Habits of Network Marketing Professionals by Stephen Covey. What an awesome book. Carol and I have been reviewing that together and working with that and going through each line, discussing every concept about that presentation. And, hey, it's going to change me. I know it'll change you. So, and then, of course, product experience calls on Tuesday evening. So lots going on. Colli, I have to say, I was blown away by all the different promotions that XANGO has. I know about all of them, but I'll tell you what, to see them all set up like that with the slides, what a wonderful presentation. So, Colli, Sandi, any closing comments?
Actually, yes, Tom, I just noticed some questions in the Q&A box. Let me address some of those really quickly. People are asking where to find the recording. So the recording will be on that resource page. So it'll also be in the normal places. It'll be in the archives for the XU faculty workshops. Let me just quickly share my screen again on the site so I can show them where that is. There we go. So right here, the XANGO Holidays, that one is going to have everything related to the holidays in the Holiday Resource Center. But in the library, you've got the archives. Under the archives, there's faculty workshop archives, and there's the product experience calls, which are every Tuesday night. Those are archived there as well. So in your library, under archives, faculty workshops is where you find all of the faculty workshop archives or all of the product experience archives, or if you just click on the regular one, all the archives of all the additional calls as well. So that, and then I saw another question about, sorry, I'm trying to read through these real quickly and I missed another one. The faculty email address, faculty at xuworldwide.com. So please send in those ideas, pictures, images, PowerPoints, greeting cards, anything. We've got a wonderful greeting card that's being designed right now. A question about the business cards. We designed some beautiful business cards, but didn't get the right printer in situation. But we do now have a wonderful printer that not only will allow us to do that, but has a lot more flexibility with customization. And so those business cards will be available again. Just check for those on, I think Tuesday is when that's going to go live to order, as well as the holiday cards. So lots of other great things that are going to be happening. Did I get it all? I saw something in the chat room and I just missed the chat, so hopefully it's not the Q&A upper left-hand corner where it says ask a question. That's really where you need to put it. The tax videos. So on the Resource Center in the XANGO Holidays Resource Center, we will be posting and putting all of Sandi Botkin's tax videos. So this is not only a resource center for you, but this is a resource center for you to send your distributors to, your new prospects to help them understand why this is an important time to build and the tax advantages. So you'll be able to share Sandi Botkin's tax videos with other people so they can understand the tax benefits they're missing if they choose not to get involved by the end of the year. They can always get involved next year, but they'll miss the 2014 tax savings if they don't do it this year. So with that, I think that's all the questions. So thank you, everybody, for joining us for another XANGO faculty workshop, and thank you again as well, Tom, for taking charge of these faculty workshops. We're so excited about that, and Carol for doing the book club, and lots of great stuff going on, and there's nothing more important that we could be doing with our time today, tomorrow, this week, this month, the rest of this year than sharing the good news of XANGO. So with that, we'll see everybody later. Talk to you all later. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Have a blessed weekend.